Imagine a land below sea level, protected by fragile dikes and endless canals, where small towns and merchant ports stood between water and destruction. In the late 16th century, this quiet region was ruled by one of the most powerful empires on Earth. Few believed it could ever break free. Yet in 1581, against overwhelming odds, a people of Netherlands dared to challenge a superpower and changed European history forever. This is the story of rebellion, sacrifice, faith, and fire. This is the story of how a small nation rose against an empire. In the mid-1500s, the Netherlands was under the control of Spain, ruled by the strict and powerful king Philip II of Spain. His empire stretched across Europe, the Americas, and Asia. His armies were feared, his wealth was unmatched, his authority seemed unbreakable. But his rule in the Netherlands was harsh. Philip imposed heavy taxes to fund his wars. He limited local freedoms. He sent Spanish officials to control cities that had governed themselves for centuries. Even more dangerous, he tried to force Catholicism onto a population where Protestant ideas were rapidly spreading. Religion became a battlefield. Politics became a prison. Freedom became a dream. At first, resistance was quiet. Merchants complained, nobles protested, citizens whispered in taverns and markets, but Philip ignored them. Instead, he sent soldiers, he built fortresses, he increased punishments. Then came fear. Spanish troops, known for their discipline and cruelty, were stationed in Dutch cities. Executions became public spectacles. Suspected rebels were tortured. Entire families were ruined. Streets once filled with trade and laughter now echoed with footsteps of soldiers. The people were being crushed. And then a leader emerged. His name was William of Orange, later known as William the Silent. He was a nobleman, a skilled politician, and a quiet but determined revolutionary. At first, he tried diplomacy. He begged Philip to respect Dutch rights. He asked for tolerance and peace. Philip refused, so William chose rebellion. In 1568, open war erupted. This marked the beginning of the 80 Years' War, a brutal struggle that would last generations. Spanish armies marched through towns. Rebel forces fought from forests, rivers, and hidden strongholds. Cities were besieged, walls were shattered, homes burned. One of the darkest moments came in 1576, during the Spanish Fury in Antwerp. Unpaid Spanish soldiers mutinied and attacked the city. Thousands of civilians were killed, shops were looted, churches were destroyed, smoke covered the skyline. Europe was horrified. For many Dutch citizens, this massacre ended all hope of peace. Now independence was no longer a dream, it was a necessity. Across the provinces, resistance united. Catholics and Protestants, merchants and farmers, nobles and workers began fighting side by side. They flooded fields to stop enemy armies. They hid rebels in homes. They smuggled weapons through rivers and canals. Every village became a fortress. Every citizen became a soldier. But the struggle was costly. William of Orange was assassinated in 1584 by a Catholic fanatic supported by Spanish interests. He was shot in his own home. The leader of the rebellion was gone. Many believed the movement would collapse. It did not. Instead, his death became a symbol. His followers grew more determined. His ideas spread faster than ever. The Dutch people realized that freedom would only come if they declared it openly, without fear. And in 1581, they made history. Representatives of the northern provinces signed a revolutionary document now known as the Act of Abjuration. In it, they officially rejected Philip II as their king. They declared that a ruler who oppressed his people had no right to rule them. This was shocking. No European nation had ever openly fired their monarch like this before. Kings were believed to rule by divine right. Challenging one was almost unthinkable. Yet the Dutch did it anyway. They stood before the world and said, "We will govern ourselves." This was their declaration of independence. But freedom was not instantly secured. Spain refused to accept it. More wars followed, more sieges, more bloodshed. Cities like Leiden and Haarlem became legends of resistance. Starving citizens survived on roots, grass, and even leather, refusing to surrender. Naval battles raged in the North Sea. Dutch sea beggars attacked Spanish ships. Trade routes became battle zones. Cannons thundered across harbors and rivers. Slowly, the balance shifted. The Dutch mastered naval warfare. Their economy grew stronger. Their trading networks expanded. While Spain drained its wealth in endless wars, the Netherlands invested in ships, science, and commerce. By the early 1600s, a new power was rising. The Dutch Republic became one of the richest and most advanced societies in the world. Amsterdam turned into a global financial center. Dutch merchants dominated international trade. Artists, scientists, and philosophers flourished. This was the beginning of the Dutch Golden Age. What started as a desperate rebellion had become a miracle of history. Finally, in 1648, Spain officially recognized Dutch independence. After 80 years of struggle, the Netherlands was free. The consequences were enormous. A small nation had defeated a global empire. A new model of republican government had emerged. Religious tolerance had proven possible. Trade and innovation reshaped society. The Dutch example inspired future revolutions in Europe and beyond. It showed that ordinary people, united by courage and belief, could challenge even the greatest powers. From flooded fields and burning cities, from assassinations and massacres, from fear and sacrifice, a nation was born. And that is why the Dutch Declaration of Independence in 1581 is not just a political event. It is a story of how determination defeated domination, how freedom defeated fear, and how a small land by the sea changed the course of world history forever.